Now, as the government shutdown drags on, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is standing by the president. He says border security is not immoral. Joining us now is Senator Mike Braun, Republican from Indiana. It seems like Mitch McConnell has the president's back, that you're in the Republican Party, in the Senate at least, is in full support of the president. No cracks among Republicans. Is that accurate?
I would say almost completely accurate. There are a few, I think, that have spoken up a little bit, wanting to see the government get back in business. But, Stu, I think this is at a point in time where we've talked about border security for so long. The Republican conference in the Senate does want to see us get minimally what most Democrats were willing to do just very recently. So I think the whole responsibility is going to be on them to come to the table to simply do what they said they were willing to do not too long ago.
Is there any wiggle room on the war money, the amount? We keep hearing this number, $5.7 billion. I mean, could it be $5 billion? Could it be $4.5 billion? Wiggle room?
I think that's going to be up to the president and Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi. But all I can tell you is I think the problem requires at least that much, if not more. When it comes to what we do this first year, I think we need to see something, and I hope we hold firm and do not have any cracks of any magnitude so we can get it finally done.
Have you seen what's going on with this TSA sick-out and a degree of chaos and trouble at the airports? Because that puts real pressure on Congress to get this thing fixed and the government reopened.
I think especially anything to do with the TSA, if in fact that would become something that creates gaps in service, I'm sure that would be one of the factors that are going to bring everybody to the table. But I think so far everything is held pretty good, and this is a rare opportunity to at least get started on some form of border security.
Before you go, sir, tell us about the Senate Business Caucus, because I think you're involved in an effort to get more business people like yourself and like President Trump into politics.
Well, I mentioned that along the campaign trail and stated the fact that we got Governor Scott here as a senator, Mitt Romney from Utah, myself as a Main Street entrepreneur. We nearly double the existing business caucus, and nothing against the fact that we've got nearly 60 attorneys as senators. I think they've controlled the show for a long time, and we need to get some people there that have actually made budgets and done something in the real world. So that's what the business caucus is about.
I'm glad you brought that up, Senator.
Yeah.
I really am. I got a pet peeve about the, well, I won't go into it. Senator Mike Braun, what a pleasure. Thanks very much for being with us this morning, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.